Rule 5.340, Inventory. Contents and filing. Unless an inventory has been previously filed, the personal representative shall file an inventory of the estate within 60 days after the issuance of the letters. The inventory shall contain the notice of the beneficiaries right under subdivision E. List the estates with reasonable detail. Include for each listed item, excluding real property appearing to be protected homestead property, its estimated fair market value at the date of the decedent's death. Real property appearing to be protected homestead property shall be listed and so designated. Extension. On petition of time for filing the inventory may be extended by the court for cause shown without notice, except that the personal representative shall serve copies of the petition in order of the persons described in subdivision D. Amendments. A supplementary or amended inventory containing the information required by subdivision A as to each affected item shall be filed and served by the personal representative if the personal representative learns of property not included in the original inventory, or the personal representative learns that the estimated value of the description indicated in the original inventory for any item is erroneous or misleading, or a personal representative determines that the estimated fair market value of an item whose value was described as unknown in the original inventory. Service. The personal representative shall serve a copy of the inventory and all supplemental and amended inventories on the surviving spouse, each heir at law in an intestate estate, each residuary beneficiary in a testate estate, and any other interested person who may request it in writing. Information. On request in writing, the personal representative shall provide the following: to the requesting residuary beneficiary or heir in an intestate estate, a written explanation of how the inventory value for the asset was determined, or, if an appraisal was obtained, a copy of the appraisal. To any other requesting beneficiary, a written explanation of how the inventory value for each asset distributed or proposed to be distributed to that beneficiary was determined, or if an appraisal of that asset was obtained, a copy of the appraisal. Notice to non-residuary beneficiaries. The personal representative shall provide to each non-residuary beneficiary written notice of that beneficiary's right to receive a written explanation of how the inventory value of each asset distributed or proposed to be distributed to that beneficiary was determined, or a copy of an appraisal, if any, of the assets. Elective share proceedings. Upon entry of an order determining the surviving spouse's entitlement to the elective share, the personal representative shall file an inventory of the property entering into the elective share, in which will identify the direct recipient, if any, of that property. The personal representative shall serve the inventory of the elective estate as provided by Rule 5.360 on request in writing. The personal representative shall provide an interested person with a written explanation of how the inventory value for an asset was determined, and shall permit an interested person to examine appraisals on which the inventory values are based. Verification. All inventory shall be verified by the personal representative.
If you're interested in any of our services, please call 321-206-3603 or visit easterlaw.com to book a consultation.